What's up guys, it's Keefe. In today's video, I'm going over a few different situations and how an alpha male would handle them versus how a beta male would handle these situations. My goal from this video is that you can develop the awareness so that when you find yourself in certain situations, you can act in the correct manner to get the results you want, right? Because most of us want to wind up being like alpha males for whatever reason. Usually it's for the externals, but in order to get those externals, like the attraction from women or the success in business, whatever it is, we have to be the person inside, which is why I have right here, in order to become an alpha, you have to think like an alpha, right? In order to get results outside of yourself, you have to first become that person within yourself. Now, this is going to require awareness. And like I said, that is the goal of this video, is to develop that awareness within you so that when you find yourself in a certain situation, your natural reaction is perhaps the beta male reaction. Maybe when you're dealing with a girl or when you're in a business situation, you react in a beta male manner. We want you to be able to take a pause, think, all right, how would I actually handle this as the person I want to be? And then take that action and you'll start to get new results. You'll start to train this new habit and it will become a natural reaction for you to get the things that you want. Now, before we get into the examples, hit the subscribe button and bell icon. I put out new videos every day to help you become a better man. Also, I have a few spots left that I'm still taking on new clients in my one-on-one program, the Better Man Coaching Program, and I'll explain more about that at the end. So stick around for that if you're interested in learning more. Let's get into the situations here. I've got 3 different scenarios that I want to go over that all men run into in their lives. Now, I want to be clear. I could have given you like 5 little tactics, right? Like a lot of dating coach kind of people, they might put up, how does an alpha male deal with a shit test from a girl or whatever it is, right? And if you're clicking on that, that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is something I think is far more important, which is the actual behaviors of the person rather than tactics, right? Because here's the thing, like in this first one, not getting the results you want. An alpha male does not identify with outcomes, okay? If you're not identified with an outcome, and let's say you're going up to a girl, then you're going to be that cocky, funny guy. You're not going to have a problem saying something that might offend her, that's arrogant, that she's going to like, and shows your value. Whereas if you've got that beta male mindset, you're going to believe that the result you get is a representation of you. You're going to be ego invested. You're going to hold back, and you're not going to get the results you want. So to me, these 3 areas right here, they apply to all the major areas of your life, and they are mindsets that will help you get the tactics that you want that will get you the results. Okay, so breaking down this first one further, not getting the results you want. So a beta male believes that the results he gets in life are a representation of himself. As in, what this means is, if he fails at something, it means he's a failure, right? So if the girl rejects him, it means he's the ugly one, he's the problem, he's intrinsically unworthy. If the business fails, he's intrinsically unworthy. It is a sign of him. He is cursed by God. He's the special one who just can't get the results. I have felt this seriously in my life, and if you were raised in kind of a beta male attitude or you just lack that self-confidence, you probably have felt this as well, where something doesn't work out and your immediate reaction is to think, gee, like this is just how it goes for me, right? I used to have this happen every time I would try to build a business, is I would just assume like, you know what, it's just not going to work out. Like God has it out for me. Like it's such a stupid mindset when you think about it. It's irrational. You're just another person like anybody else. What does God want with your failures? What does the universe want with your failures, right? So this mindset's wrong. It's very ego driven. It's very much in a state of like, I'm afraid to lose something. You're attached to everything outside of yourself and you think it means something to you. It defines your self-worth. Whereas the alpha male, again, is not identified with these outcomes. He's not identified with the things outside of himself. If something doesn't go right, perhaps he approaches a girl and it doesn't happen the way he wants it to happen. She just says, I'm not interested, whatever. He doesn't think that, gee, you know, this just means I'm not worthy as a man. He just says, maybe we weren't compatible. Maybe she's having a bad day. Maybe she likes a different kind of guy. If the business doesn't work, it's like, all right, what can I change so I can get the result I want? And it's like, I'm still good. The business is the thing that failed, not me. So this applies to any other part of your life, right? So understanding this mindset of when you find yourself in a position where something doesn't go the way you want, don't attach to the thing. Don't attach to the outcome and say that it has something to do with you as an intrinsic person. It has nothing to do with your intrinsic value. You always have that value within you. It's about making the correct changes, right? So if you approach the girl and you don't get the results you want, perhaps that means you need to have more confidence when you approach her. Perhaps you said something really weird, like you just got really overtly sexual right off the bat, or the opposite. Maybe you were way too friendly and didn't escalate the conversation, whatever it is. You just need to learn and do better next time. It has nothing to do with your intrinsic worth. On to the second one here, opportunities in life. When opportunities in life arise, a beta male sees them as glass half empty. So the business opportunity gets presented to him. He sees all the ways it couldn't work. The investment opportunity shows up. Beta males have very conservative investment portfolios, right? I'm not saying go blow all your money on some irrational day trading venture or whatever, but I'm just saying you don't have to see everything pessimistically. Beta males see things pessimistically because it's a reflection of how they feel inside themselves. They don't feel like they're the capable one who gets the good results in life. So they stay in their comfort zone. When you stay in your comfort zone, you don't expand, you don't feel great about yourself, you don't increase your confidence. Paradoxically, the way to get more confidence is to risk your confidence by doing something you're not very confident about, right? You're afraid of failure in this. Again, it has to do with ego because you think that if you fail at the opportunity, it means you yourself are a failure. So you don't want to risk that investment you don't want to risk that damage to your ego, that is, okay? An alpha male, on the other hand, he says, let's do this, right? When he sees an opportunity in life, he's like, let's fucking do this, right? Now, why does he say that? That might be key to understand. It's because he's unattached. Because like I said, with not getting the results you want in life, when he sees an opportunity in life, he's not thinking this has anything to do with who I am as a person. He's more detached, similar to like a video game player. And this is not something conscious that you walk around as an alpha male and you see yourself playing a video game. It's just this inner knowing that, you know, all this stuff outside of me does not have anything to do with who I am. It's just stuff I'm doing and enjoying with my life. You're playing the game, essentially. Guys take their lives way too seriously. If you find yourself in a situation where you're taking something too seriously, go out of your way to make a point to show yourself it's not that serious. This is all a big game. It's completely absurd, this world we live in. When you really think around, like, everything that goes on, everything we do, watching YouTube videos. Like, I put out a video every single day. I got videos on the internet talking about stop jerking off. Like, I'm just playing this game. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I'm just saying this attitude of like, yo, let's just go do it. Let's have fun. Let's do what we want with our lives. Like, what are we here for otherwise? That's an alpha male attitude. And the thing is, it works out because you get unattached and you're willing to just put your chips on the table, right? You put your cards on the table, whatever it is. Whereas the beta male, he's holding back. He's scared. He's taking things too seriously because he thinks it represents him. All right. So the third one, pursuing goals. Beta males are very instant gratification oriented. I've talked about this a lot before. It is so important to not be instant gratification oriented. They quit at adversity. When adversity shows up in their lives, they assume that it wasn't for them. Again, they think it has something to do with them. This is really key to understand, is that nothing that happens outside of you has to do with your own intrinsic value, okay? If you can get into your head that you're already good enough for everything you want in your life, the girls, the money, the body, whatever else it is that you want in your life, if you can get into your head that you're already good enough for it, you've done half the battle. Because now you'll look at the situation from a more detached state and you'll be able to just make the right decisions, right? It's still going to take time and you still might go through bumps. You are going to go through bumps along the road, but you'll look at it from the state of like, I'm good. So you'll feel like I can just do what needs to be done. You'll see it clearly. You won't be like protecting your ego and all this stuff. Also, the beta male is outcome oriented. And what I mean by this is, if he's not getting the immediate outcome he wants and it doesn't happen exactly how he wants, he's like kind of in control of the whole thing too much. So if he doesn't immediately get the outcome he's looking for, he quits, he loses confidence, he loses his interest in pursuing it. Whereas the alpha male has a long-term mindset. He understands that things take time. It's very compound effect like. I'm not saying that alpha males have required reading for alpha males is the Compound Effect book, but it's just the understanding that things pay dividends over time, right? You might not immediately get the results. The first workout you get, you're not going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but over time, you get that body you want. You learn from adversity and improve, which is something I was talking about over here with the first one. When you don't get the results you want, if you're not attached to them, then you can simply learn. Again, if you detach from the situation, you can make the correct adjustments when adversity comes your way. So like, I've made YouTube videos that did significantly worse than I expected they would do, and I stopped making content on those subjects because I was just like, okay, that didn't work, on to the next thing, because I knew the outcome I wanted and I wasn't attached to how I got there. I wasn't attached to this feeling of like it has to happen exactly the way I want. growth oriented as well, understanding that everything is teaching you something. You're always improving, and adversity actually is your best teacher. Going through hard times is the best teacher you can have. And look, I'm not saying I'm perfect at these. I mean, it's natural a lot of times to not be growth oriented. It's natural to take things personally when they happen to you. But if you can continue to train and become aware when these situations come up, like let's say a girl just rejects you, she's like, I'm not interested, and you start taking it personally, just mentally become aware of it. Maybe because you watch this video, just mentally ingraining it in yourself that, okay, this has nothing to do with me. I'm still good, right? When you can continue to train that into yourself, it'll get easier and easier. Same with business opportunities. Being unattached and focusing on feeling good within yourself is so key. And that's really what a lot of this comes down to here. Now, guys, as I said at the beginning of the video, my Better Man coaching program is now live, and I have a few more spots available for clients. This is my one-on-one coaching program. We're working every single week to help you become the man you want to be. I call it the Better Man coaching program because I believe that it is time in our society that we get some better men out there. And what I mean by better men is having these kind of alpha traits, right? Like seeing the long-term mindset, not being controlled by your impulses, and getting all the externals that come along with it, right? We all want the money. We all want the success with women. We all want the body that we want, all these different things. It's about orienting your entire life so that you become the kind of person who gets all these things, who has that clarity, who has that purpose, who's happy and is having a positive impact in the world. If that resonated with you and you want to learn more about the coaching program, you can schedule a free consultation in the description box below. It's the first link. I'll look forward to speaking with you, and we'll find out if the program is a good fit for you. Now, guys, thanks for watching. If you got something out of this video, give me a like so I can reach more guys through the algorithm. Hit the bell icon and subscribe button so you don't miss new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.